Due to Lil Durk's court trial coming up, there's now a very high chance we'll see Lil Durk get sentenced to life in prison. We need to talk about this, so let's get straight into it. Now, the case begins in 2019. Rappers Lil Durk and King were out in Atlanta at a restaurant called The Varsity. Outside the club, law enforcement claim they have found video evidence of Lil Durk using a firearm towards an individual named Alexander Witherspoon. This was after Durk and King allegedly jumped and snatched his chain, according to the police reports. According to the official records, it claims that two rappers were at a recording studio throughout the night. Later, it was found out that it was rappers King and Lil Durk. The two rappers headed towards the gas station before going to the Varsity for dinner after the studio. At the Varsity parking lot, this is where Durk and King found Witherspoon sitting in the parking lot outside of his parked vehicle as he was waiting for someone to meet him at the restaurant. Allegedly, surveillance footage then showed Lil Durk and King putting their hoods up and then walking over towards Alexander Witherspoon. They began by speaking for a few minutes, and then out of nowhere, Lil Durk and King snatches his chain and allegedly robbed him for over $30,000 worth of cash. After finding the money in a backpack, Lil Durk and King then stole the keys to his vehicle and proceeded to drive away. But in the process of driving away, video footage camera caught somebody sticking their arm out of the vehicle window and using a firearm towards Witherspoon while he was on the ground. The two rappers then proceeded to drive away from the scene, and then later ditching the vehicle in an alley and then walking somewhere. It took a few weeks until a warrant went out for Lil Durk's arrest. Before turning himself in, he released his hit song, Turn Myself In, claiming that he is innocent in this court case and that he'll get through it with no issues. After months of sitting in jail, a judge finally granted Lil Durk and King bond in this court case. This was due to law enforcement having an extremely hard time finding hard-hitting evidence against the two rappers. Durk's bond was $250,000, with conditions that he is not allowed near firearms and he cannot have any contact with anyone involved in the case. This is actually the truth behind Lil Durk not being with King on the day that he sadly passed. Lil Durk and King had a restraining order against each other and they could only talk over FaceTime. I just wanted to mention that in case you didn't know. But the judge in this court case has recently allegedly found probable cause to charge Lil Durk for the act alongside 5 other charges. This involves street activities, holding firearms as a convicted felon, and so on. Now, new evidence has been coming out in this court case which could prove Lil Durk's guilt. Without having a court hearing in this court case for the last few months due to the real life issues going on, an online source claims that the newfound evidence against Lil Durk is newly found security footage of somebody's arm being out of the window of the vehicle and using the firearm against Alexander Witherspoon. The real question is, whose arm was it? The feds are right now trying to prove that it's Lil Durk's by comparing the tattoos on the individual's arm. Now, for the longest time, the security footage that they have had has not been good enough quality to see the tattoos clearly. Allegedly, they now have better technology and the footage has now become more clear to see, which is not looking good for Lil Durk. Now, this news has been made to Lil Durk. Lil Durk knows about the newfound evidence. This is why in Lil Durk's most recent song, titled Rumors, featuring Gucci Mane, there was a line that said, and I quote, "Smirk, you be trippin', you better put your case first." Now, hinting that his court case is coming up fast and that he should most likely focus on it as there is new evidence found. Now, with the court case beginning soon, the judge is going to look over how Lil Durk acted while out on bond. Now, obviously, the biggest situation that Lil Durk has been in is going to be the 6ix9ine situation. Around the time that King sadly passed, rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine did a lot on social media. 6ix9ine posted a photo to his Instagram account of him wearing King Von's faces on t-shirts, and even sneak dissed him on many different songs. Now, on the caption of the photo, 6ix9ine says, and I quote, "He really thought y'all loved him, he believed y'all. If he ain't slide for his brother who got hit in his head, then you thought different. He then added several laughing emojis to it, and this is basically 6ix9ine going at Lil Durk for not doing anything to defend King Von. But this is around the time a viral video started floating around the internet. In this video, 6ix9ine has been found with no security or anyone with him, just sitting in a parked vehicle in the streets of New York. Things didn't get too crazy, as again they were in the streets of New York City, which is filled with law enforcement at all times. But 6ix9ine has not been having the regular security that he's used to having lately. I believe people from O Block have been noticing that, and Lil Durk wanted to take action on it so he would stop saying things about King Von. Here's the video that I'm talking about. Now, after this video went around online, a very concerning photo of 6ix9ine was then brought up with it on the same Reddit page. Now, in this photo, you can see 6ix9ine getting a cast put onto his arm. A second photo came with it, but I'm not allowed to share it due to 6ix9ine having many bruises on his face. This was also around the time that 6ix9ine randomly disappeared from social media in the music industry for over a year now. 6ix9ine has not released any new music and has rarely ever been on Instagram for over a year. And most recently, Lil Durk has now also been having issues with NBA YoungBoy. This may not be brought up in court, but it also depends on how much further this goes. Around 2 weeks ago, rapper NBA YoungBoy dropped his new single titled Bring the Hook. It's very obvious who and what this song is about, but in case you missed the lyrics, I'll quickly break them down for you. The lyrics start by saying, "This that Squid Game, O Block pack get rolled up, and what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up." Now obviously these lyrics are clearly at late rapper King Von. King Von obviously isn't from Atlanta, but he did sadly pass while in Atlanta. King Von ran into Quando Rondo, otherwise known as a rapper signed to NBA YoungBoy's label, at a club in Atlanta before sadly passing. But Lil Durk already knew these lyrics were about him, so he would quickly respond on his Instagram. Durk shared a photo and a caption by saying, and I quote, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a B. Hashtag the voice." Now in this caption, Lil Durk is referring to NBA YoungBoy, telling him not to claim that he's the one who did it to King Von. Don't be claiming something that you didn't do yourself. NBA YoungBoy's friend Lil Tim is the one who did the act towards King Von, but YoungBoy is acting as if he did it. But it doesn't end there, as the next day NBA YoungBoy shared these photos to his social medias. With $100 bills, NBA YoungBoy wrote out on the floor saying, "Stay safe." 2 days then passed, and with social media taking this as a worldwide trend of sharing messages on the floor of using money, we finally had a response from Lil Durk. Now Lil Durk drops this photo with cash on his floor by saying, and I quote, "Hurry up," but he obviously used a different choice of words that I can't share. But now that you're all up to date with Lil Durk's court case coming up, make sure you hit the subscribe button and I'll keep you up to date when the trial begins. Anyways, it's been District Trending and I'm out. Peace.